Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Fiers, Femme, Shamika, whatever you want to call me. I'm still trying to figure that out. I want to thank everybody that watched my last video. I really appreciate it. The prayers are helping, and if you sent me anything to my GoFundMe, I really appreciate it. It's definitely helping me get the things that I need and do the things I need to do in my life, so that once I start getting better, even better, I can go ahead and take care of my personal stuff. So I really appreciate it if you send me any money. I will leave that link below, as well as all the links to anything that I talk about in this video. But in this video, I want to talk about everything that I used so far in my recovery stage and what helped me in the beginning, what I tried, what didn't work for me. But before I start, I just want to let you know I'm not a doctor. I'm not a professional. I'm just somebody who is going through something and nobody could help me. So I had to help myself. So I did a lot of my research and I came across a lot of things. And along my journey, I tried a lot of different things and it has got me this far. I'm 5 months into recovery and I don't know if a lot of these things did help me, but I'm getting better. So maybe you could look into some of the stuff. I tried to write down as much as I could remember because I have brain fog. That's one of the symptoms when you're going through that. So I don't really remember every single thing, but I tried to write down some stuff and I still had some of the bottles of things that I was using. So I'm just going to go ahead and start and let you know what helped me throughout the journey. So one of the things that I bought first when I was going through this was activated charcoal, because I started to look stuff up for gut health and, sorry, my arms hurt. Gut health and what can help me clean my gut, because I really feel like this stems from your gut. It also messes with your liver, your colon, and things like that. So I wanted stuff that was going to help me heal from the inside out. So I got me some activated charcoal, and it's derived from coconut shells. So I'll show you how they look. This is 1200 mg per serving. Highly absorbent, helps alleviate gas and bloating, and promotes natural detoxification. So like I wanted to clean myself out, even though I was going through something, and because that's the point, that I have to get it out to feel better. So these are how the pills look, and I would swallow 2 every day. I think I did it for about a month, and it really helped my stomach. It really did. I felt different. And then eventually I just was taking 1. I think I did 1 for a month and 2 for a month. And I would periodically do it, like, if I did 1 7 day in the month, so it's like 3 weeks I would do it out of the month, but like every other week, just for a detox. And then this says, our pure activated charcoal is highly absorbent, used to promote detoxification in the body due to its millions of tiny pores which help absorb chemicals. Our formula delivers 12,000 mg per serving, making it the highest available on the market with impressive potency. So it's going to pull all those chemicals that don't belong in your body out, okay? Because what charcoal does is it's a magnet for anything like, okay, that's not good. It'll just suck it up and get rid of it, through your stool. And then it says, as a dietary supplement, take 2 capsules daily, 2 to 3 hours before and after meals, as recommended by your healthcare practitioner. Of course, like I said, I'm not a healthcare practitioner, but this definitely helped me. And if I could find the link, I will put it down below. I followed the instructions to a T, so I would make sure I ate something or had my smoothie, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But these definitely helped me in the beginning. Even though I still had it spread all the way down my chest, this is the process I have to go through to get better. And I'm grateful that I had these in the beginning. Another thing that I used in the beginning, I think I had this actually before the charcoal pills, was a natural organic herbal Soursop living bitters. I know about Soursop because my mom is from the Caribbean. She's from St. Vincent. So a lot of things from St. Vincent are really, really good, and they could help you get better. So I was drinking 1 spoonful of this, well, twice a day, to help my colon cleansing and stuff like that. So this is how this looks. And I got it from a local health store. And it says Soursop Living Bitters, natural remedy for colon cleansing and detox. Blend of most powerful roots and herbs. Okay, and it's a dietary supplement. It says the ingredients are soursop leaves. I'm gonna put a picture in here. Soursop leaves, roots, and fruit extract. Fresh ginger extract. Senna, aloe, moringa, black seed, chech, vanilla, flaxseed, mahogany bark, garlic, fennel seed, and black pepper. And then it says take one once, twice for adults, daily. So yeah. And then soursop contains an abundance of vitamin C and several B vitamins, such as, I'm going to put them here along the screen. It's for treatment of insomnia, treatment of cancer, treatment of uric acid, treatment of back pain, treatment of eczema, and I can't say that word, treatment of diabetes, controls parasites, anti-inflammatory properties, relieves respiratory distress, skin care, boosts immunity, improves gastrointestinal health, and so on and so on. And that's the reason I took this, because honestly, I had bad insomnia. If I'm yelling, let me know in the next video. But I had bad insomnia. I had horrible back pain because I couldn't lay down to sleep. I was shocked awake every 10 minutes. I believed I had parasites in my body. A lot of us have parasites in our body and we don't know. So all that stuff was coming out of me just from drinking this. And I didn't even take a lot. I don't know if you can see where it's up to, but I didn't take a lot, you know. And it helped do the job in the very beginning. So I started out with this. And then once I was done taking that and I felt like I got enough from it, I started to take this. I never took them together. Let's see, is there anything else that I took? I was taking elderberry vitamins from Answer, which is Tia Mari's vitamin line. Elderberry is really powerful. It can help with a lot of things. So I was taking that. And I was also taking zinc, you know, trying to get that back into my body. I don't think I have the zinc here. Yeah, I don't have the zinc here. But I was taking those things out, you know, put a picture in. Now we can move on to I could talk about what I was drinking. So in the beginning, I couldn't eat anything. So what I was doing was drinking straight coconut water. And if you see me looking down, it's because I have all my notes down here. So coconut water is a good source of several nutrients. It may have antioxidant properties. It can help lower blood pressure, especially if you live with diabetes or anything like that. It can help with kidney stones. It can support heart health. It's beneficial after prolonged exercise. So if you've been working out in the gym and stuff like that, coconut water will help restore you. You don't need those drinks that they say on commercials that really help you. Most of them are not even good. And I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to get flagged. You just need some coconut water. I know sometimes it don't taste good. I didn't like coconut water, even though my mom's from the islands. I never liked coconut water. But when I got into this position and I found out that it could actually help me, I was down in bottles, okay? And of course, it's a great source of hydration. So I was using coconut water a lot. It was just, all I could do was drink coconut water, regular water at room temperature. I didn't want ice at that point. And I would do not regular water, but, you know, filtered water with limes, because limes are high in vitamin C and antioxidants, both of which may offer health benefits. Drinking the juice may improve immunity, reduce heart disease risk factors, prevent kidney stones, aid iron absorption, and promote healthy skin. And so anything that would help with inflammation, healthy skin, help my body from the inside out, I was willing to try. So I would do lime water or coconut water in the morning, or I do lemon water, which lemons and their juice boost high levels of vitamin C with just 1 ounce, providing 13% of your daily requirement. So you literally just need to drink one. Like, I have mason jars that I recycle, like when I used to eat spaghetti sauce, but that's for another day. I would like recycle the bottle. And so dang, I lost my train of thought. I think I still have brain fog, but yeah. So I would reuse the mason jar and put like 1 lemon, like cut it up, put it in there with some ice and just water. And I would drink that whole, I think it's like 16 ounces in one of those mason jars. And it would help over time. It made me feel so good, refreshed. And I was able to like sit up and feel a little bit better. And then I started to get ginger, which I always drank ginger, but I did not want anything hot. That's one thing when I could say when I first started on my recovery, I could not drink no tea. And I'm a tea person. I don't drink coffee. I don't drink anything else. I love tea. I don't put any milk. I don't put any sugar. It's just literally the tea. I know it sounds weird, but that's all I have. And then sometimes if I wanted, I would put honey, but I couldn't even drink honey. Like, it was just tea. So I didn't want tea in this time, so I used to do water a lot. So I have my filtered water with ginger. I would cut pieces of the ginger up, put them in a bottle, a glass bottle in the fridge, and have them ready for my day. The glass bottle must have been like 1 liter or 1 gallon. And I would just have my boyfriend bring the bottle in for me, and I would drink that throughout the day. So ginger is good because it helps speed up your digestion process and empty your stomach more quickly. And since I was having issues with my gut health, I wanted to make sure everything was moving smoothly out my system so I can detox myself. It improves immunity. It alleviates PMS symptoms. Like, anarchsy is still helping me now because I don't suffer as much as I used to before this happened to me with my menstrual. It relieves nausea and upset stomach, and that's another thing I have to touch on, but we'll talk about that later. They say it may help with cancer. I know it helps with a lot of things because ginger is something that my family have been using for years. It reduces pain, and it gives you healthier skin. And if you're trying to lose weight, that's something. So I know that was a lot of information, but I was trying to tell you what I did for breakfast in my first 2 months was literally get up, drink either ginger water, lemon water, or lime water, or coconut water. And I would pick from either of those and just drink that whole thing. And then eventually, I'm still get really scratchy. And then eventually, after that would settle in my stomach, like I would let it settle for like an hour. Then I would get up. As painful as I was feeling, I felt like I had to move, get some sort of exercise. So just walk into the kitchen, get an assistance to take out the NutriBullet and get fruits. So the fruits I was using for my smoothies a lot of times were like strawberries, peaches, mango, banana. Even I'll talk about banana after. All types of berries like blueberries, raspberries, those type of things. And I would mix it with only coconut water, and then I would put some honey in it. That's the only time I had honey. That's the only time I had something sweet. Because fruits in itself are sweet. So I would mix that up in the blender with coconut water. And then I would add some stuff I got from the health store. I live in Atlanta, so I'll put the name of the health store that I went to get these things. But what I used was bladderwrack. Bladderwrack is a really, really potent, it's like a root. So it's traditionally used in medicinal practices, and they've used it for centuries to treat an array of conditions such as iodine deficiency, obesity, joint pain, aging skin, digestive issues, urinary tract infection, and thyroid dysfunction, including hypothyroidism and Gaudia displacement. It's rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Many people believe that bladderwrack's impressive nutrient profile can provide health benefits, though critics argue the claims are ahead of their research. But it helped me. It definitely helped me. I went to the store and they have bags like this, and then you could kind of like scoop it and put it into the bag, and then they weigh it for how much it costs, and you're able to use it in your smoothies. I came across a gentleman when I went in there, and I think in the beginning he saw my eczema peeking through my clothing, and he was asking if he could help me and give me a little information. I'm so thankful for him. I didn't see him the next time I went back, but I was so grateful that he helped me that day, because when I went back, a lot of the people that worked there did not know anything, you know. And it helps when you go somewhere and they have a worker that actually understands the product that could help people, you know. Another one that I used was called burdock root, and then I wrote it here. And he told me to add it to my smoothie, and I would add some of this to my smoothie. So I would go back and forth between this, burdock root, bladderwrack, or Jamaican sarsaparilla. Those are good to put into your smoothies to help with your digestive tract and to help your gut health and to help you get on the right track. So for the first 2 months, it was basically those water stuff I was telling you, and fruits, a smoothie. And if I didn't have a smoothie, then I would just eat fruits. I started to find out little things that were affecting me and making me scratch more. Bananas were one that made me scratch a lot. Mangoes were one that made me scratch a lot, and I love mangoes. And what else? What's another fruit? It was banana and mangoes. I think that was it, really. I started to implement eating blueberries because they were never like my favorite fruit, but I found out that if I get it and they're like more hard than you know, soft. Sometimes when you buy them, they're super soft. I don't like them like that. I like them to crunch in my mouth, so I love blueberries now. I would eat blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, cantaloupe. Love cantaloupe now. Watermelon. Oh my gosh. Watermelon is like one of the best fruits. I know like they try to do a stereotype for black people, but eating watermelon is the best thing for you. It gives you so much water, way more water than you can get out of just drinking a glass of water. So I love watermelon, and it has saved my life throughout these times. I just used to wake up wanting watermelon, and then eventually my stomach started to get better. I could tell it was getting better because I started to get hungry. So that's when I implemented some food. I'll just talk about what I really ate. So I had like I was always a vegetarian, like I said before. But I did eat fish once in a while. It wasn't like I ate fish every single time, but I had fish when I wanted fish. I don't, for me at the time, I was not on like a strict diet. I just don't eat meat at all. I don't eat meat at all, because it doesn't do anything for me, and it's not really that good, to be honest, but that's my choice. You could do what you want to do. But when this happened, I decided to cut out the fish, period, because there's a lot of stories about, you know, fish, you know, the ocean is contaminated with plastic, and they're eating plastic, so we're eating plastic. We're consuming a lot of plastic anyway, so I wanted to just cut the mercury out, cut the fish out. So I cut fish out completely, and all I was eating was like real whole foods. Like when I say that, I mean I cut out canned beans, I cut out anything that's in a can that's processed. I cut out anything with wheat, like spaghetti, bread, anything with wheat. There's a lot of things. If you look on the back of the container, it will say wheats. And anything that had wheat, I could not eat it. So I was basically just eating vegetables. So I would have sweet potatoes, zucchini, squash, okra, asparagus, cabbage, purple and green, spring mix, a lot of spring mix, a lot of cucumbers, I don't even eat tomatoes anymore. I don't want tomatoes ever again in my life. But that's for you guys to research. I don't eat tomatoes anymore. I love tomatoes, but after I read about tomatoes, I don't want them. So it was just spring mix and cucumbers. And then sometimes I'll just take my cucumber and like eat it with hummus. I love hummus. And then let's see, lentils. I still eat lentils. Kale. What else? What else was I eating? Because I stuck to like the same diet. It starts to get boring after a while, but it was helping me get better. Mushrooms. Let's see, what else did I eat? Mushrooms. Yeah, I think that was it. Like I had a specific diet. Lentils, green, red, brown, all the lentils you could think of I had. And I would just make that and eat it with my sweet potato. I'd be so happy. And I think that was for like 2 to 3 months before I started to get fresh spaghetti from the farmer's market in the cold section. It doesn't last long, but it doesn't have wheat like the ones on the shelf that was gonna make me scratch. And the reason I stopped eating wheat is because if you have stomach problems, from what I read, what the wheat does, the whole wheat bread, you might as well just eat white bread. What it does is it gets in your stomachs and it's cutting like little holes, right? And since my stomach was already messed up, you end up getting more leaky gut because it's cutting these little holes in your intestine tract, and it's leaking over and making it worse because your body's not able to heal. So I completely stayed away from wheat. I completely stayed away from anything that had wheat. And I didn't do any dairy. No cheese, no eggs, no milk. I don't drink milk like that anyway. No milk, no dairy, no meat, no fish. So all I was eating was zucchini, squash, sweet potato, asparagus, cabbage, red and green, spring mix, cucumbers, mushrooms, whole grains, lentils, I eventually put black beans back in, but I go and get them in a plastic container from farmer's market. Everything is fresh. And I had a lot of fruits, a lot of coconut water, a lot of lemon water, a lot of ginger water, those type of things. Those things really, really, really helped me. And by the time I got to the 3.5 mark, that's when I implemented a little bit of like this green spaghetti that's fresh that I get from farmer's market. From farmer's market. And yeah, I would put that in, and I could eat that with the lentils. And when I first ate that spaghetti after 3.5, probably 4 months, it tastes so good because all I was eating was that strict diet. Meanwhile, my rash was getting bigger. As you can see, right now it looks like it's getting a little better. But my rash was getting a little better, and sorry, brain fog. Whew. But it was like still painful, and I needed something that I could put on my body to help me like feel better. So my mom, she ended up giving me like these, I don't know what these are called, but like when you wrap them when your legs in pain and stuff. And I ended up going on Amazon, and I always used to use these cloths for like to take off my makeup. They're called Muslim cloths, and they're really smooth. Most people use them on their babies, but anything good for a baby is good for you, right? So I got some Muslim cloths, and instead of using, what is that people have been using? Gauze. Gauze sticks to your TSW. If you're watching this and you're going to TSW, I suggest you don't use gauze, because what gauze does is it gets stuck into when you're really going through it, it gets stuck, and then it's hard to pick it out, and you're in more pain than you need to be. So I got the Muslim cloths, and like I would, hold on, like I would take a t-shirt or whatever, and I would put one back here. I still do it because at night it gets really bad. Like your body slows down at night. So that's when I'm in the worst pain. It starts around 6 o'clock. And then I put this, like right here. Right here. I'll insert a picture. And then I'll like tie something around this. At first I was using one of these, but it was making it uncomfortable because I had a lot of lesions in the areas where it would lie. So I started using like t-shirts that had, and turned them like upside down and use the ends and just tie them like right on this part. That was hell, but I had to tie it somewhere. And right now my arms are like really hurting me, so I have them wrapped up. Let's see, I can't remember what I didn't talk about. I also didn't talk about what I tried on my skin in the beginning before I started no moisture treatment. In the beginning I was trying a lot of things on my skin. Sorry. This hurts so bad. Okay, I tried Soothe Your Skin salve. I got this from the same health store, and it contains olive oil, beeswax, Oregon grape, yellow duck root, black walnut hull, burdock root, dandelion leaf, agnesia, red clover leaf, and flower, chickweed and nettle leaf, violet leaf, flower, candula flower, essential oils of hemp and neem, coconut oil, essential oils of birch, lavender, Roman chamomile, palmarosa, grapefruit seed extract, flower, and gem essences. And it says apply daily as needed. I didn't like this one. The reason I ended up, well, I used it anyway. As you could tell, I went down really low. But it wasn't doing anything for me. Like, at first, my skin was receiving moisture. And after, it was just like, don't you dare put anything on me. Another thing that was a staple for me was Aquifer. This is the only thing I'm using right now. And although I don't like the fact that this has petroleum in it, it's not like Vaseline that's 100% petroleum. And I had to keep thinking to myself, are you going to be worried about the little petroleum, or are you going to want to feel relief? So I've been using this. I think I went through two before this, and then I got this one. And then I came across a young woman on Instagram that went through TSW, and she's helping a lot of people. And her company is called Conqueror. And I've been using this from time to time, but I feel like this helped me more on the spots that weren't really bad with my TSW. It helped me, like when my forehead started coming out, I would put it there. I also was putting it like down here at one point, but then it wouldn't work there. I use this a lot more on my legs. They helped on my legs a lot. But other than that, I couldn't use it anywhere else. But I did go through one container, and then I got to this point and I couldn't use it anymore. So right now I just kind of stick with Aquifer. Let's see. Then after, and I also use castor oil, because I did a lot of research and people kept saying, if you use castor oil can help you, and then you just got to wrap your arm or something like that. Castor oil helped for 2 weeks, and then it didn't do nothing for me. I also tried neem oil. My skin didn't like the neem oil. It helped for like 2 days, and then it was just like, what is this? You're irritating me. So I had to stop using that. Coconut oil is not a thing for my body. Like, my body does not like coconut oil at all. And when I was using the coconut oil, I was in so much pain because my skin would just suck it up in 2 seconds. I'm just remembering how much pain I was in using that. It was just like, oh my God. So I think I was using the coconut oil first, and then I ended up using castor oil after, and that was like a relief compared to the coconut oil. The castor oil helped me get a little bit more than 10 minutes sleep at night. I would sit up and sleep. I have all the pillows behind me, and I would sleep for at least 20 minutes instead of 10. So every 20 minutes I'll be jerked awake, and I would have to reapply, you know, castor oil to rub and pray. Rub, pray, and feel good. And yeah. Then I also had, I know I showed you guys this. I had another one called All Heal Salve, and that really, really helped. But when I went back to the store, they didn't have it, and that's when I bought that one. I'll insert the picture. I had ice packs. Oh my gosh, I needed, when I first started on this journey, my face was not messed up at all. And then eventually one day I woke up and my eyes was like swollen, dry, swollen, like cracked. My mouth was cracked. Really, really bad. Like when I ate, it would crack, it would bleed, it would ooze. Like your skin oozes when you have this, like oozing like leaky water, you know, but they say that's this part of your body, is nothing bad, it's your body trying to heal itself. But it wasn't even like blood was coming out of my neck. It was literally just ooze, like, ugh, so annoying. To the point where I would take my Muslim cloth, like be taking it off, and I could feel it like ripping the ooze off. But the thing is, this would just attach itself to the ooze and not to your skin like the gauze. So again, I recommend you getting Muslim cloths instead of using gauze. I'm trying not to make this video too long, but I want to get all the information in it. So I had ice packs. So when I would have one ice pack out the fridge, I would then have the other one in the fridge so I could rotate. I used to use them on my eyes, on my neck, and I would wrap it in underwear, or I'm just being honest, or one of these. And because I couldn't put it directly on my eye because, you know, it's wet, and then I couldn't get my skin wet. So I would be, you know, using it on my eye, whatever. And then to clean myself up in a bathroom, I didn't want to use anything that was made chemically. So the only soap that I have been using throughout this whole thing to clean myself up is Dr. Bronner's. I use Dr. Bronner's original baby scent. I use Dr. Bronner's tea tree, and I've used Dr. Bronner's lavender. So I use that to clean my underarms up and my private areas. And at that time, you know, when I was cleaning my ears and stuff, I would use that. I brush my teeth the same. And then to keep them white, I can crack open. You could use these as if you want charcoal. I know people are buying charcoal toothpaste, but I'd rather just crack one of these open and put it on top of my toothbrush and brush my teeth. I'm still trying to clean my teeth up because a lot of times you're not doing nothing in depth when you're in that much pain. Okay, I talked about the ice packs. Oh, and then when I started to, after a while, my skin started to, I don't want to say harden, but it wasn't oozing. And it was more like my skin was raising up and looking like it wanted to peel. I'll find some pictures. So I decided, I saw somebody talking about getting dry brushing. And I used to do dry brushing when I was doing a lot of my videos on this channel before, like beauty videos. And dry brushing is really, really good to stimulate like your blood flow and stuff like that. So I figured if I could help my blood flow better, then I could get better faster. And I could get some of this dead skin off. And that's another way to, like, you know, like if you are not taking showers, to be clean. Like a lot of people who are in the hospital and have to wash their hair in like one of those basins on the bed and stuff like that. This is really good for that. So I just would like dry brush my skin, and all the dead skin and flake would be flaking all over on the floor and stuff like that. And then I was able to sweep it up or vacuum it up. So this has been a lifesaver. I just got a new one. Dry brushing has definitely been essential to when I got into my 4th month. Some of my skin was still tender, so I couldn't dry brush everywhere, but I would dry brush the areas that I could and get some of the dead skin off, so that when the new skin came up, I could, you know, take that off when needed and just keep letting my skin renew itself. Because that's all your skin is doing, is healing itself, renewing it, and pushing the old dead skin off until we get back to, I'm assuming, this, you know, like my skin is still healing, so that's why it looks like this. Yeah, so now what I do in the morning is I get up in the morning, I shake my bed out. I don't have as much flakes as I once did. I'll insert a picture of how it used to look. Now I just get like tiny bits, so I'll shake out my comforter. I'll shake out the sheets I'm laying on, my pillowcase, anything I use to elevate my head so I don't feel weird at night. And I get all of that on the floor. Then I dust off my couch because I'd rather sleep down here than in a bed because the bed was like nasty. I don't know. I'm just I don't like feeling dirty. So like when I was going through it and I was in bed, it was like I had to get up, take it, put it in the washing machine every day just because I wanted to clean. And as soon as I sat back down in bed, it would just be skin everywhere and it was just annoying me. So I figured if I came down here, it would be easier for me to dust the couch off and things like that. So it's been helping. It helped me tremendously when I moved down here because I could have just sweep it up and put it in the trash can, shake my shit out and stuff like that. And then I would take my sheets down here and still put it in the wash, but it was easier because the washer is nearby. And then let's see. After a while, I started to try no moisture treatment. And what no moisture treatment is that you don't put anything on your skin, like nothing. You don't put no grease. You don't put nothing. You just let your skin dry out. So at that point, I was in a lot of pain because I couldn't even open my arms. I couldn't move my neck. But honestly, I should have started that earlier because I feel like even though I was in so much pain, that is what helped me get to this point. Like just drying my skin out, letting it pop, letting it ooze, letting it do all of that, because what the moisture was doing was just helping it grow. And even though it still grew to a lot, I feel like that's because that is supposed to come out of my body. So although it might look a little scary, I feel like my body, wherever it came out, is supposed to come out so that it never happens again. I've been seeing success stories and a lot of people that, you know, they get back to normal. Sorry. A lot of people that get back to normal, whatever you think normal is, they look like nothing ever happened to them. And that's what gives me hope. I like that I'm in a group on Facebook. that I could get encouraged by, and we help lift each other and all those things. There's lots of people going through this. A lot of people are dealing with this, and it's just so horrible to see all the stories. And a lot of us go through it differently. Some of us get it all over our face. Some of us get it on the whole legs, our back. You know, like it's horrible. It's debilitating. You can't move. You can't do anything. You have to wait for everybody to do something for you. And if you don't have anybody to do anything for you, it's the worst kind of hell that you could ever imagine. I'm so grateful for people going to the supermarket for me and buying me food, sending me stuff for my skin. I'm grateful for my mom. I'm grateful for my boyfriend who's been helping me with a lot of things, like even personal things. The last time I went outside was February 7th. And I'm talking about like outside. Had to go to the doctor with my mom. And I was very uncomfortable because I only had one thing I could wear that was really comfortable. And it was like a turtleneck, a green turtleneck. I'm so sick of that turtleneck. But that was my last day outside. I could not go back outside after that. Like the weather was warming up. You have to be in a cool area. Your temperature fluctuates. Sometimes you're really, really hot. Sometimes you're really, really cold. You have night sweats. You have brain fog. It's just a lot. You know, we could talk about it in another video because this is getting really long. So I know I talked about a lot in this video, but I just wanted to let you guys know about some of the things that have helped me on my journey. And maybe if you want, you could try them too. Again, I'm not a doctor. I can't for sure say that these things will work for you, but I'm still eating sweet potatoes. I'm still eating kale. I'm still eating lentils. I'm still eating my red cabbage. I implemented white rice instead of wheat rice because I explained about the wheat earlier. I don't want anything cutting up my intestines that's going to have me have leaky gut and lead to another problem. So I might as well just eat the white flour thing. So I have that to give me more substance in my food because my appetite is coming back. And then now I implemented, I have a little bread from time to time. I have a little salmon from time to time. And when I say time to time, it's just like once a month. And what else did I add back in? Oh, I'm able to eat, like, I got me some fruit pops. I would love to make my own from like my smoothies and stuff, but I don't have that kind of funds to do those things yet. But I have a lot of plans to just eat my own stuff that I'm growing eventually. There's a lot of benefits to sweet potatoes. I think you guys should implement that in the beginning if you're just starting to eat salads again. Definitely use sweet potatoes. How I do my sweet potatoes is I just clean them off, take the outside skin off, cut them up, put them in the oven for 30 minutes. You can add salt and pepper and some oil. The only oil I use is grapeseed oil. And put it in the oven for 30 minutes, take it out and eat it with some lentils or whatever. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna come back and I'm just gonna talk about food and how you can prepare it. Maybe try to film me preparing one of my meals for you guys. That would be really good. And then I also want to talk about how I'm doing so far because this video is really long and I don't want to talk about that. I also want to talk about something that really, really helped me. Once I start using that, I saw a turn for the better. I'm not saying that I'm not in pain, but I will say that I feel like it helped me a lot. And I want to talk about that in my next video because it's a lot of information on that. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Again, if you would like to help in any type of way, I'm going to leave my GoFundMe down below. And I also have Cash App, so I'll leave that down below as well. You can send it directly there if you want to. And what else? Follow me on social media, on my Instagram. I think that's the only place I post other than here. And that's it. And we'll convene and talk about all the rest of the stuff that I'm going through personally. I don't want to say that I'm going to say a lot because I know sometimes people get so happy and energized off of somebody's pain, which is horrible, But to those of you that aren't like that, I want to thank you for watching my video. I want to thank you for positive prayers. I want to thank you for just listening. And don't just stop here. Check out other people's videos. I'll link another young lady's video that I just watched last night, matter of fact, on this video. It was really disheartening what she went through and what a lot of us are going through. And sometimes it's better to watch more than one because one person can explain it a little better and you could kind of get the gist of it. And also so you could learn about why you shouldn't use steroids. I mean, this is something that's used amongst a lot of Black people's households. So get educated. Don't just listen to somebody's story and then turn it off. Like, really get online and look up things and see what's good for you and what's not good for you. And if you're not into being a vegan, just try things slowly with your meat. Get yourself in the habit of eating things you don't like because you never know, especially in this economy, when we might not have the things you like. You know what I mean? So, till next time. Oh, and also check out the Medical Medium on Instagram. He totally helped me with the celery juicing and things like that. I'm going to insert his book right here. So till next time, thank you for watching. And again, all my links are down below. Later.